This video is how my 2010 Prius held up over the last 12 years and over 210,000 miles. So first let's go through the outside. And as you guys can see, wheels here start kind of corroding under the paint, but same thing right there. But overall, still original brakes. I've already replaced tires a couple times, and probably going to try to get rid of this car before I have to do more work. I don't know, does that feel like this? Because I got this car, had 50,000 miles on it, and this quarter panel seems like has slightly a different color tone than the door, but that means whatever happened before me. So, but overall, as you guys can see, just marks on the paint. This is somewhere where my wife backed in to me driving out of the garage. As you guys can see here, some of the touch-ups I did, but paint chips, here's a bigger paint chip that I touched up. This bumper has been painted and the quality of work wasn't done right, so you guys can see it's peeling, but overall it is looking good. A lot of chips in the paint. Now you guys can see a big chip I've added to touch up again. But here's an issue. The car started, this is the side that is against the sun when it's parked at home at the house, and how heavily it chipped. Started out with something small like this, and then got to this side, and then eventually got to this side, and that happened like, I don't know, like within a 2 months time frame. So I had to go and get some kind of a paint that matches and do some touch-ups to prevent it continue going. So I have to go through the car again and touch up again before it started becoming something like this or like this. But overall, all is good. Yep. Above the trunk, and everything looks good until today I looked at it, I'm like, wait a minute, this bumper has been painted. As you guys can see the color difference and the primer overspray. So this car definitely has been in some kind of a rear end issue before I bought it, but since I bought it I never had issues with it, so I'm not complaining. Looks good. So the trunk, other than having vacuumed it today, but overall looks good, and car kind of looks good as well. I do apologize, I just don't want to show you guys the plate number on the car, so I'm not going to show you guys the trunk lid. Now let's look from the back. I did put in these leather seats. I had a lot cloth seats, so I spot, if you can see, it's Classic though. That's the brand. You can buy it on Amazon and eBay, and takes about 4 to 6 hours to put them on, but it is put on. The panels are fairly good. Little wear out. I think I probably carried something to get this damage. The driver panel here is quite dirty because I usually, like in Florida, don't put my wear short sleeves, so I guess that's a dead skin situation. Damages from the belt and here as well. wear. Something I want you guys to kind of, as you guys go out and try to buy a car, look at that wear right there on the carpet mat. That's how you'll notice. I have not replaced my pedal, but some people say, oh, look at the brake pedals and gas pedal. See, my pedals don't see that much of a wear as the mat. And also under the mat, the plastic right here, you can see the mat wear off this plastic. So that's what you kind of would have noticed, some of this, wear on the vehicle. Other than that, car looks still kind of neat. Could have got a little bit better cleaned, but other than that, car looks good. Wouldn't complain much more about it. Let's open up the other side door. The problem, another thing, is with those seats, the bottom cushions, they don't hold really well, so they kind of they kind of pull forward. On the other side, that nothing holds it down. Yeah, so when you have somebody doing work on your car, please make sure they do a good job. Look at that. That's air right there, and that's going to continue peeling. On this side, panel looks good. I guess they replaced the button and didn't match it with the color, and you got it from a wrecking yard or something, because it was like that. Other than panel, little damages from the buckle as it doesn't swings in, but other than that, looks good. And same thing with with the back door, everything looks good. It's my daughter's hair clip, but overall it is how it is. So roof line, other than the paint fades on these because they're black, they attract a lot of sun, but overall they are as it is. Roof looks decent, but what's happening here, I'm suspecting within 2 years it's gonna start happening throughout the whole car. And one of the things, as I did paint the cars before, they waited too long before the base or the seal coat, or I forgot what it's called, the paint that goes on a metal sealer, between the sealer and the base coat. So the sealer was too dry and the base coat had nothing to attach itself. Normally you would actually either spray something to freshen up the sealer, or you would go with a 600 grit before you start throwing the base coat, and they did not do that. And I know that there's a lot of cars that you drive around town that paint is peeling, and I guess Toyota been having issues with that for some time at that time period around 2008 to 2010, somewhere in that time frame. But other than that, car is holding up good. As long as you take care of it, it will take care of you. So be blessed.